Just imagine this for a second. You're in the middle of a chat, maybe making plans with friends, coordinating with your team at work, and then, boom, just like that, you're locked out. Banned. It's a really jarring feeling, right? To be suddenly cut off from one of your main ways of communicating. So how on earth does that even happen? And more importantly, what can you do to fix it?
All right, so here's the game plan. We're going to start with the problem itself. Then we'll dive into how these bans actually happen, the common reasons you might get flagged, the exact steps to appeal a ban, and then we'll finish up with the most important part, how to keep your account safe from the very beginning.
So first up, let's talk about the problem. And it's not just about an app glitching out. It's the total disruption. I mean, think about it. Losing access to years of chats, important contacts, family groups, all in an instant, and with no clear reason why. That's the frustration we're digging into.
And that's the big question, isn't it? It can feel completely random. You're just using the app like you do every single day, and then you see that message. Your phone number is banned from using WhatsApp. So let's peel back the curtain and see what's really going on here.
This brings us to how these bans actually work. And, it's not random at all. There's a whole system in place, a mix of powerful tech and human review that's designed to enforce the rules of the platform.
So how does it all unfold? Well, it usually starts when someone's behavior gets flagged. This kicks an automated system into gear that starts looking for weird patterns. If your activity looks suspicious, your account gets restricted temporarily. That restriction then puts your account in a queue for a real person to review it, and that's what can lead to the final permanent ban. It's a pretty clear four-step process.
Now, when we say automated detection, what does that actually mean? This is super important to understand. WhatsApp isn't reading your private messages. No way. Instead, they have these AI systems that are trained to spot patterns of behavior. Think about things like sending hundreds of messages in just a few minutes, or a brand new account that suddenly starts adding thousands of people to groups. It's the behavior, not the content of your messages, that raises that first red flag.
Which leads us to the next big question. We know how the system works, but what are the specific things we might be doing that's actually trigger it to begin with?
And this right here is the key to prevention. Because if you know what the triggers are, it's pretty easy to avoid them. So let's look at the most common reasons an account gets put on the naughty list.
Let's run through the main red flags. First, and this one's obvious, sending spam or bulk messages is a huge no-no. Second, using those modified or unofficial apps like GB WhatsApp is a major trigger. I mean, not only do they violate the rules, but they are a massive security risk. They can literally inject malware onto a phone or just straight up steal your data. Third, using bots to automate messages is a clear violation. And finally, sending harmful content or just having a bunch of different people report your account can put you on a fast track to getting banned. To put it really simply, it looks like this. Instead of downloading those sketchy modded apps that promise you a bunch of extra features, just stick to the official WhatsApp app from the App Store. And hey, if you're a business trying to reach a lot of customers, don't just dump them all into a massive, unsolicited group chat. Use the official WhatsApp Business API. It's literally designed for that exact purpose.
Okay, but what if it's too late? What if you're already staring at that dreaded ban screen? Well, first off, don't panic. There's an appeal process, and I'm going to walk you through it step by step.
The whole process is actually way more straightforward than you might think. When you see that ban message in the app, there should be a support button right there. You can also just email them directly. The most important things to remember are, give them your full phone number, including the country code, and then just briefly and politely explain why you think the ban was a mistake.
And here's a perfect little template for you. Keep it short, be polite, and get right to the point. State your number clearly, give a simple, honest reason, like maybe you were added to a spammy group without asking, or you think the system just messed up, and then ask for a review. Trust me, a little politeness goes a really long way here.
But of course, the best case scenario is to never have to write that email in the first place, right? So let's wrap this all up with the most important part, the proactive things you can do right now to keep your account safe and sound. Here it is, your account safety checklist. Number 1, like we've said, only use the official WhatsApp app. It's a big one. Second, turn on two-step verification. It just adds an extra layer of security. Also, just be mindful of what you're forwarding. Try not to spread spam or click on sketchy-looking links. And finally, if you're using WhatsApp for business, please stick to the official tools they provide.
When it all comes down to it, your best defense is just good practice. By understanding the rules and using the app the way it's meant to be used, you're putting your account security right back into your own hands.
And that kind of leaves us with a bigger question to chew on. These automated systems are really efficient, but they're definitely not perfect. As more and more of our digital lives are governed by algorithms, how do we find that right balance between keeping platforms safe and making sure the whole process is fair for every single user? It's something to think about.